Welcome to Purpose. I'm your host, Corie Clark. I'm just a normal girl who decided to go for it. I created a thriving business from the ground up without sacrificing my sanity, and I believe that you can do the same. You were created on purpose, for a purpose, and I fully believe you can turn that purpose into profit. Each week, I'm going to bring you practical advice to help you live your life and grow your business on purpose. Welcome back to another episode of Purpose. I'm your host, Corie Clark, and I am so excited to have you back here with me today. Today was like kind of a big day as of this recording. So I am closing the doors to the Purpose Babe Society and welcoming in our new students, taking them through a new personal branding program. So for those of you listening that are in the society, welcome. I cannot wait to start working with you guys. And when you listen to this, it's too late to join. Doors are already closed, but if you want to get on the wait list, go to CorieClark.com/VIP. We'll get you on the wait list for the next opening. But then I also sent out an email to anybody who got on the early bird wait list for our live event. And those people get super, super special discounted pricing that is not available to the public. So that email went out. If you got on that list, check your email, make sure you got it. If you want to get on the super secret special list, go to CorieClark.com/live and you can get on that wait list. And then the next time we send an email out, you will get it. So I'm really excited. Cannot wait for this live event. It's going to be amazing. If you are a purpose-driven woman who is trying to grow a business, thinking about starting a business, trying to scale your business, like this is the event for you. It's going to be 2 days. It's going to be packed with realigning with your purpose, gaining confidence, gaining clarity. You are going to walk away with so much value. And this is not going to just be like a bunch of fluff and inspiration, yay. No, like we are going to be giving you practical tools. We're going to be equipping you. You're going to get a workbook with all kinds of stuff in there that'll help take you through the weekend and set you up for when you leave the event. Because I have been to so many events where they're super inspiring and fun. And then I go home and I'm like, what the heck am I going to do now? Like, which direction should I go? What should I start with? Instead of leaving with clarity and a plan. And so that is one thing that I want to provide you with is clarity, an action plan, and really just leave the event ready to take on the world, to create more impact, to create more income, to build the life that you love, to build the business that you love. And I'm just so excited. So if you want to get on that list to get an early bird price, it'll be the lowest price that we ever offer. So go ahead and head over to CorieClark.com/live. The links will be in the show notes. So if you're driving, just make sure you check those show notes when you arrive to your destination. No searching on your phone right now while you're driving. Let's be safe. There was one more thing. Oh, well, I know, but you guys, if you want, you can go to my Instagram. Yesterday, I shared a post. We are narrowing down because we're rebranding too. So I cannot wait to share all this with you guys. And we're doing some rebranding for Purpose Babe, like for the brand Purpose Babe, for the Purpose Babe Society, for Purpose Babe Live. And I'm so excited. My friend Chris, he's an amazing graphic designer. So he's helping us out with our new logo and color scheme and fonts and all that good stuff. So I've always done it myself. I am a creative person. I am really like a perfectionist and I'm picky. And so I've always just done my own stuff. But, when you're going to a new level, sometimes There's things that you need to hire an expert to do. And so that is why we have hired Chris. I will link his information in the show notes as well in case you need some help with your branding. And this is like the perfect segue into what we're going to talk about today, because today I wanted to talk to you guys about building a purposeful brand and what that looks like, what some of those key elements are. And I have a free workbook for you guys if you want to download it at the end of the show, or if you want to download it now, if you're listening at home, you can head to the show notes and download it now, or you can go to corieclark.com/brand and you can download it now and kind of work through it as I record the episode. So, when I started my business several years ago, 5 years ago, I had my blog 6-7 years ago, I really had no idea what I was doing. And I really didn't know that branding was something that I even needed. And I didn't know, you guys, I've shared this with you guys. I did not know what I was doing when I started my business. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know that branding was something I needed. I didn't know I needed to think about it. I was not into marketing or business or any of that stuff. I always wanted to have my own businesses, and I had several businesses. But as far as marketing and branding, I really knew nothing about it. And so I want you to think about some of these things, and then we'll kind of jump into the exercises. But I want you guys to remember that a brand is an experience, okay? A brand is not just a product or just a person or, just a name. A brand is an experience that you give your customer, and that's going to make them want to come back to you for more. And there's, so much more to it than just colors and fonts, like I was just talking to you about. That's just such a small piece. Yes, it's an important piece, but there is so much more than just picking out a cool logo or some trendy colors or fonts. You want to create an experience that touches on as many senses as possible so that you can give them an experience that they won't forget. And you have to remember that no matter what you're selling, you want your customer to know who you are, because people buy from people. Okay, so if you were, let's just even say the planner, for instance, and I fully believe that my personal brand is what helped grow our planner business, it helped it to take off, turn it into a multiple 6-figure business, because I was not just selling a planner. I was showing up. I was the face of the brand. I was sharing how I used it. I was sharing my struggles and the things that I needed and why I created the planner. I created this experience so that they knew who I was. And when you show yourself for your product, it actually helps create that loyalty. And so as people started to get to know me and trust me, they wanted to buy my planner, even though there are thousands of planners on the market. Okay, so no matter what you're selling, whether you're selling a coaching service or a course or an ebook or a physical book or any kind of physical product, or if you have a brick and mortar shop that you want people to come into, you have to be the face of your brand. You have to show your face, because people will always buy from people. And you need to get crystal clear on who you are, what you do, and who you help. It's so important for you to get crystal clear on this. You need clarity. You can't just sell to everybody. Yes, maybe everybody will want your product, but you have to get super specific on who you want to serve, who you want to be selling to, who you want to attract as your audience, as your customers and your community. Okay, so the first piece of this workbook that I have for you guys, and if you wanted to just go through this on your own and you're taking notes, the first thing you need is clarity. Okay, so who are you? Get super clear on who you are as a person, deep down inside, journal it out if you have to. Who are you? What is your purpose? What is going to bring meaning to your life and to your business, get super crystal clear on that, on who you are. Because if you aren't certain on who you are, you're going to start trying to be other people. And that just takes way too much work. It's not sustainable. You're going to have like shiny object syndrome, and you're going to be seeing other people doing things that look really cool, and you're just going to get so off course. So when you can get super clear on who you are, get yourself aligned with your values, with your vision, with your purpose, it's going to really help you to stay on course. And then get super clear on what you do and what you sell, what you offer. How do you help people? Like what exactly? And get like really, really, really clear. Not just like, I help people grow a business. No, like, how do you help them grow that business? Like, what's your specialty? What are you super, super, super good at that, yes, it will help them grow their business, but get super clear on what it is that you do, what you offer, what you sell. You need to be crystal clear so that just like I said before on knowing who you are, when some shiny object comes up, that's not something you offer. Like, nope, that's not my zone of genius. I'm not offering that. I'm not selling that. Stick to what you're good at. And then you have to get crystal clear, get that clarity on who you help. Who are you helping? What is their problem? What are they needing help with? And how can you help that person? Okay, so your clarity is on who you are, what you do or sell, who are you helping, and how are you helping them? And these, you guys, like, side note, these are things that should be in your Instagram profile, your Facebook profile. It should be at like the top of your website, so that when somebody starts getting to know you, okay, like the first time they're interacting with you and they're just at that awareness level, like, oh, I wonder who this person is. They happen to land on your Instagram profile. They click over because somebody tagged you. You have like 2 seconds to get them to follow you or to look a little bit deeper into your profile. And so these things, if you're super clear on these things in your profile, exactly who you are, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is how I can help you. If you say those things, it's going to help them make a quicker decision. Like, yes, this is somebody I need, and they'll follow you, or they'll dig a little deeper, or they'll click over to your website. But if you have all this fluff and I help people grow a business, and you have a million emojis and you have all these like fluffy words, like, they're going to lose interest. They're already following too many people. They're getting a little bit particular about who they're going to follow, who they're going to allow into their life. So the best thing you can do is get crystal clear on those things so that they can make a better decision. Okay, so that's the clarity section. And then the next thing that you need to build your purposeful brand is you need to focus on the visual elements. So what is the person? What is your customer? What is your audience? What are they seeing? What are the fonts? What are the colors? What kind of images? Now, I'm not saying that you need to have this picture perfect stock photo look or feel to your brand. I'm just saying you need to decide what you want your brand to look like. If you want your Instagram feed to be full of just in the moment photos, not super filtered and edited, then that's fine. But like, plan it out. Know what you want your visual experience to be for your audience. And one thing you can do is create a Pinterest board just to create kind of a mood board of what you want your audience to see when they see your pictures, when they land on your website. Is it going to have like a fun look? Is it going to have a really professional look? Like, just get clear on what you want their visual experience to be. And like I said, it does not have to be perfect. You don't need to go out and spend thousands of dollars hiring, a web designer or a graphic designer. There is free tools out there. You can use Canva. most of the websites, I use Kajabi. I 100% recommend Kajabi. I have completely moved my whole entire site off of WordPress onto Kajabi. There's themes built into Kajabi. It's like so simple. So you really don't have to go all out. Just know what you want your people to see and make that be consistent throughout your brand. Consistent where if they land on your website, they recognize it. Like they know it looks like you. If they go on your Instagram, they know it looks like you. Okay, and then the next thing that you want to focus on in your personal brand is your messaging. So what are you saying to your customers? What words or phrases are you saying consistently? What is your vocabulary? Are you super casual and you talk to your customers and your audience like they're your friend? Are you very professional and straight and to the point? How are you creating a consistent message that people know? Do you have like phrases that you say? Like people know that purpose is a huge part of what I talk about always with the planners, with simplifying your life, with growing your business. There's always I hope that when people hear the word purpose or purposeful, that they think of me. So what is it that you're constantly saying that when people hear it, they're going to be reminded of you? Because that's all part of this experience. All of these things, when you get really clear on all of these little pieces that make up your brand, that's what they're doing. They're creating this experience so that there is triggers that your audience will see or hear or read, and they'll think of you. You want to create an experience that reminds them of you, that makes them come back to you. And so this is all part of it. So what kind of things can you start saying? What can be your go-to message or, your go-to phrase that you're always saying to your audience that will make them think of you when they hear it? And then on top of that, with your messaging, you need to remember who you're talking to. And that goes back to the clarity on who you're serving and who you're helping. Are you talking to the person you're helping? Are you talking about their pain points? Are you talking about the transformation that you're going to bring them through your product or service? Those are all things that you need to be always talking about, because they need to know when they open up their Instagram or Facebook, or they open an email from you, when they read that, they need to feel like you are talking straight to them, not to 1,000 people, not to 100,000 people, that you are talking to them. And when they feel like you are talking to them, you're just adding to that, another layer to that trust that they have with you. Okay, and then the next part of your personal brand, the next part in this workbook, is feeling. What does your customer feel when they interact with you? Are they feeling joy? Are they feeling excitement? Are they feeling understood? Are they feeling empowered? Are they feeling excited to build their business or lose weight or get organized, however it is that you serve them? What sort of feeling do they get when they interact with you? Are you a fun-going, easygoing, free spirit, or are you serious and professional? Whatever it is that you want to create is fine. You don't have to do things any certain way. This is all about building a brand that you love, and you're building it on purpose. You're building it with intention so that you can attract the people that you want to attract. Okay, so what sort of feeling do you want to create when they interact with you, when they read a blog post, when they listen to a podcast, when they see a video, or they read a post from you? You want them to have this same general feeling every time they interact with you. You want to create this feeling of comfort and oh yes, I know this person knows me. And then whatever that feeling is that you want to create, then I want you guys to infuse that into all of the content that you are creating. And then that takes us straight to our next point, your content. What content are you providing? And not just mindless content, not just quantity, just so that you can say I'm creating content. What quality content are you creating to serve your audience? What are you teaching them? Are you teaching them something? Are you giving them some inspiration and empowering them to move forward? Are you, what are you doing to actually make them want to come back for more? And you need to decide how you're going to deliver content and come up with a consistent plan to deliver it. So whether that be a podcast or a blog or a YouTube channel, whatever it is, choose something and start creating content and showing up consistently, delivering that content out of service, out of love, out of, this deep sense of purpose that you have inside of you to help other human beings for free. Okay? Like, this is not paid content. You have your offers and your products and your services for that. This is what kind of free content that will actually add value to their life. What kind of free content are you going to create? And then you need to get super clear on the products and offers that you're going to have. And you don't need a million offers. If you have too many offers, it's going to be way too hard to focus and actually focus on one thing that can be your sweet spot. And believe me, I have been there, and it's hard, if you're trying to get that clarity and you're trying to figure out exactly what you want to do, you're probably going to go through some products and offers that you aren't going to really love. They're not going to stick, and it's going to be fine. It's going to bring you clarity. So yes, you need to test stuff, but I think that a big mistake that we can make as entrepreneurs is we can sell something and we see it work. And so we're like, oh, I'm just going to repeat this with something new. But what we should be doing is repeating it with the exact same thing and just getting it narrowed down to the perfect offer, the perfect price, being sold to the dream customer, and really getting that perfected before you add anything else. And also keep in mind, it would be better, instead of just creating a bunch of $97 courses, to actually create a customer ascension plan or ascension model where you have low-hanging fruit, something that is a lower price point that helps bring them in as a customer, and then you move them up to where you want them to be. So whether that's a book or a low ticket course, and then maybe the next level is group coaching or one-on-one coaching, and then maybe the next level is a mastermind. That is how you add products so that they all fall in line with the same main offer. And this year with adding our live event, it's been crazy because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to be promoting this live event as much as possible. But I'm also doing other things. I've got the planner and I've got the membership. And so it's I can feel that chaos and that stress of trying to sell too many things or offer too many things or promote too many things. And it really can cause chaos and confusion for your audience, and it can cause chaos and confusion for yourself. And so get really clear on right now, if you're really not sure what your number one product should be, that's what I want you guys to focus on. I want you to get really clear on one product or offer or service that you're going to push and that you're going to work on and you're going to refine and you're going to perfect for the next 90 days. And don't add anything else. Just get that one thing perfected. And I promise you, if you focus on one thing, you are going to get so much clarity. It doesn't mean you can't tweak that one thing or make it better or perfect it. And it just is going to bring you clarity. It's going to bring you peace. It's going to help you stay focused. And there is just so much, it's just so much easier. It's easier on your own brain, but there is just so much clarity that comes when you can pick one thing to focus on and just keep tweaking it and perfecting it. So those are the key points of building your purposeful brand. So we talked about clarity. We talked about the visual aspect. We talked about your messaging, the feeling you want to create, the content you want to create, and the products that you want to offer. So you guys can go to corieclark.com/brand and print out this workbook. and go through it. I would love if you print it out and fill it out and then post a picture of it on your Instagram stories. Tag me, let me know what you thought. Let me know what was the most helpful part of the workbook for you. This is something that I worked really hard on, and it's like 5 pages. It's amazing. It's going to really help give you guys some clarity on your brand and how to create it with purpose and intention. So I would love to know what you took away from this episode and from this workbook. So be sure to screenshot the episode or take a picture of your workbook and tag me on Instagram. I would love to meet you, find out more about you and your business, and Instagram is the place that I love to do that. So thanks you guys so much for listening to today's episode. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes. It's what helps other people find the podcast. So if you found value in this, then I would appreciate you going and doing those things for me. And I will be back here next week with a brand new episode of Purpose. Thanks so much, you guys, for listening, and have an amazing week.